All right, we're back, and hopefully you followed the link from the description video, and I do understand something now. Now I know why that's in all the movies I've watched. Smoking is bad for you. You shouldn't do it. I'm going to check this interview out. Much love to producers, this program, all that stuff. It was just because I watched KGF 1 and 2, it got in my feed, and I was interested. I hope the subtitles work on this reaction, but I'm going to have the subtitles on. That sometimes interacts with creating subtitles, and I don't type them in. I just use the auto create function. But hey, let's check this out.
Reading, I think, comment from Prithvi Raj. He compared Prashant Neel with S.S. Rajamouli.
The kind of technical excellence he has achieved over a period of time, and he's just beginning is what I feel.
When KGF Chapter 1 happened, and like everyone knows, it was the rest is history. It was such an honor and a privilege also to be a part.
Well, to be fair, I really liked 1. I don't want to say I didn't like 2. I did like 2. I really liked KGF 1. I really did. I thought that was I got a little lost because of the whole comeback story arc. Rocky getting shot and then not getting the opportunity to come back. So much going on. I think I took more away from KGF 1, and KGF 2 was the closure, I guess, on the whole thing. I don't know how to, I hope that explains it.
Someone like Prashant Neel, where will you rate him as a director in your filmography?
I'll rate him in the top 5 of directors I've worked for in 40 years.
It's a huge privilege to have one of the biggest teams ever in the history of Indian film industry, KGF-2. The film is literally red hot in...
Oh yeah, and that scene right there where he goes into Big Papa, Big Mama, the whole that whole scene was amazing. Crazy.
More ways than one. Maybe we have to see what happens on April 14th, but I personally feel with my experience, it is going to be history all around. And we have with us Sanjay Dutt, Ravina Tandon, Yash and Srinidhi with us. Pleasure having you guys with us on Barodagama.
Thank you.
And sir, I'll start with you first of all. आज मैं जब आ रहा था तो एक मेरे जहन में एक शेर का एक मिसरा आ रहा था कि दैट मुश्किलें मुझ पर पड़ी इतनी कि आसान हो गई कि you just conquer almost anything whatsoever, be it any sort of adversity that comes in front of you. And when we see the promo of KGF2, the way you're looking, it seems that you're literally just bulldozing over any sort of adversity that is coming your way, be it health or personal. How do you manage that?
Well, I think you've got to have a very positive and a strong mindset, to conquer any kind of battles. And if you're talking about cancer and stuff like that, I mean, I always told myself I don't have cancer.
Wow.
I mean, no matter what, I said I have to work. I have to, even after chemotherapy and after everything, I mean, I had to go along with the flow, and just have that strong mindset. And I really actually...
Did he beat, sounds like he, beat some cancer? That's fantastic. And more, I understand the health ramifications of life. At the same time, I mean, there are cancerous causing agents everywhere, isn't there? Oh, it's rough.
Honestly, want to thank Yash and Prashant for having that confidence in me. You know, they could have done it in a green screen and all, but I told them, I said, no, I got to do it on the set the way it's been narrated, and they supported me for that. So, I mean, so that's the way it went.
And I believe you were a bit apprehensive when you were seeing the way he was slogging it out. You were a bit apprehensive initially.
Of course, yeah, we all love him, and he's such a precious, thing to have him on set, and especially we have to, when we can work around, the, what do you call, there were a lot of other facilities also, we could have pulled it off, but he said, no, aise mat karo, I want to be, completely, jaise shoot karna tha, you have to.
Well, I just finished that up yesterday, KGF-2, and that gentleman pulled off his. I mean, he was tough. That end fight was something else. It just kept going and going, and it was crazy good.
To do it exactly the same way. Please don't insult me, he said. I said, sir, I think he caught us there, and then yet we took a lot of care, but we were thinking about this thing, but he was only thinking about work. He was like, dalo, dash dalo, ye dalo, no compromise. I think that's how they set examples. That will remain with me for a very long time.
Definitely, and I think the world is talking about the sort of chemistry in a way that both of you guys are having, and from what we are told, what we have not seen in the promo yet.
For once, people are talking about hero and the villain chemistry.
Yes, it is. It is. I think it is going to be like that only. That's what it seems. And I think certain things are not there in promo, but I believe that the sort of hand-to-hand combat scenes which are apparently there between you guys can be, I think, a huge highlight. And people are looking forward to that, hopefully.
I think let them watch the movie
Right.
and see.
Right.
Okay.
Ravina, with your
So this must have taken place before the release. It makes sense if that's the case.
experience, you've been part of some really mega films and huge successes you've seen. With the sort of craze that is there for this film, we spoke after the teaser came out, and now the promo is out. Have you ever experienced in your career this sort of buzz? and
No,
craze?
honestly, I haven't. I think every time, each film sets its own landmark or milestone. So you really can't compare the successes because every success has its own mithas, jise bolte hain. It's the sweet taste of success. And honestly, when KGF chapter
Oh, that makes so much sense to me. If you try to measure everything against past exploits or expectations, I think you don't actually get to enjoy the successes of the current moment. I know for myself doing the reactions, I not hate, but I very much dislike going, oh, this artist is better than this artist, because I don't want to disparage. So the people that love this artist, I want to encourage that, right? That's the success that group is having by the fandom and the appreciation. And yeah, that's a very nice comment there. I think that's a wonderful statement.
chapter 1 happened, and like everyone knows, the rest is history. It was such an honor and a privilege also to be a part, even if though we were not really there in physically, but in spirit we were there in KGF-1, and now again to be a part of such a a great team working together, such a great film together, the way it's been put together, and we really miss Prashant, with us sometimes in the promotions, and we keep talking about him because he's just. I think it was this vision that he had, and him and Yash together, the way they worked on the film, everyone's presentation, everyone's roles. I think, like even these guys said, the rest you have to watch to know that what kind of history probably, we are keeping our fingers crossed, this film makes.
Definitely. Srinidhi, I'll come to you shortly because I have a follow-up
Yeah,
question on what Ravina just said. So I was reading, I think, comment from Prithvi Raj. He I think, introduced the Malayalam promo version of the film, and he said that he compared Prashant Neel with S.S. Rajamouli and the same sort of I think grandeur that they have as far as their vision is concerned. How do you respond to something like that?
Both are great filmmakers, and we have immense respect towards Rajamouli sir. Prashant,
I'm way too new to Indian film, so I will. I'm just gonna kind of wade through this and listen. It appears to be discussion on juxtapositioning two different directors against each other, or discussing their exploits in respect to each other. But I don't know I don't really know. You know what I mean? I see. Now I will say the way the film was, both of them were made. That the fast cuts, the pacing is very good, very good, and yeah, the pacing was exceptional for me. But I like chaotic. I like fast paced. Outside of the immense number of characters and dealing with dealing with all of that. I think I said it before. If I went and watched them again, I think it would. I think I'd have the story down. From what I was being shown, because I don't understand any of the background and historical context that could be applied. There, I'd stay in the dark.
I've seen him very closely and I've worked with him, so I can talk more about him. He has got huge potential, and I don't, not in comparison with anybody else, but I think he's one of the best we have, because the kind of technical excellence he has achieved over a period of time, and he's just beginning, is what I feel. Whatever you're seeing here is nothing to, nothing in compare with what thoughts he has, because he shares a lot of things with me, and we discuss a lot of other things also. I think he's got huge potential, and he has got a lot of.
So basically, if this is this basically, he made that. We're talking about the director of KGF-1 and 2, and the possible potential for future films because of the bar he set with his first two. I don't know if they're his first two or not, but it's kind of what I'm picking up here.
International film exposure and the technicalities, the craftsmanship, what he has. I'm very proud that our Kannada industry, and plus this thing, we got him, and because of him, this kind of output we got, and fantastic. He has got potential to make a international.
That wasn't really Canada, was it? It's the the specific language film industry. If I understand this right, because I'm struggling with the multiple, how many different languages from a region. But that doesn't mean Canada. That means, yeah, I bet. That's the limitations of translation.
This thing, we got him, and because of him, this kind of output we got, and fantastic. He has got potential to make a international film.
Right.
Truly, if
I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm just thinking from my perspective in the local film market here. Maybe too fast paced, but I think there's a I think he could definitely find a way to package this director's vision for international market for sure. Now, if you don't like slow mo and a couple other things, then maybe. I liked all that stuff. I've enjoyed it ever since Bullet Time was created, and those slow mo scenes from. I mean, what are we talking? Maybe The Matrix? Didn't they innovate that with all the GoPro cameras in a circle? Now, I don't know what techniques were used in this film, but I've enjoyed the creative slow-mo as long as it's... Like in KGF-2, there's a scene where the explosion, and I think Yash, Rocky coming out, and they're going to clash the other dude that's on screen here, the bad guy. Forgive me. I can remember Rocky.
Hollywood
But that was awesome. I mean, the fire and either. Oh yeah, this is a great scene. Sorry, I just kind of trailed off there.
actors or whatever you say Western actors are put here, it will definitely look like that kind of film with what kind of restrictions we have in our country. It's not that this was done with a limited this thing, but still, for a filmmaker, you can think whatever you want, and but he has got that capacity. In one line, if I have to say, he can visualize. If he get those resources, he can create one of the best visuals in the world. I can vouch for it.
No, definitely. I think that he seems phenomenal. In fact, I was discussing with Ravina the other day. Before, I think around Aranyak, the way that snake-like trajectory of the cars, the way it was in the teaser I'm talking about, it was a fantastic visual. It was, and the background score, the way it was amazing. Sir, you're an actor. You're a director's actor. I think a director can get amazing work from you, and we've seen that. Someone like Prashant Neel, where will you rate him as a director in your filmography?
I rate him in the top 5 of directors I've worked for in 40 years. I mean, that man is absolutely focused. He knows his film. He loves his film. He breathes it. He sweats it. He eats it. He does everything. And you see, the main thing is that he loves that product. He loves his characters. So I mean, for a director like that for me to work with makes my life easier. You know, it makes my life much easier. It makes I know exactly what he wants, and
I've talked about that before in other places. Sometimes the actor is the most important part. I tend to believe the director. A good director, the actor just does what they're told. You pick them because you know they might be able to become the role or take on the character that you're thinking of. But honestly, the director should be the puppet master, should be pulling all the strings. It should be their vision. I always like that. I've mentioned a few names before, but we're for this one, so I'm not. I liked all of it so far. I mean, I'm definitely intrigued and willing to watch some more Indian films.
yeah, I mean, there are a few suggestions here and there, but he's just an amazing director. I mean, technically, you've heard Yash talking about him, and for an actor, he's a dream.
Oh, I get it. This is the clip. And there's probably, I didn't hear from, so, is it, I don't want to, the young lady who played Rocky's girlfriend, and then that broke my heart. Ah, I was crushed. I was absolutely crushed when, I didn't see, I didn't see the sledgehammer. Is fantastic. I really, it's a nice interview. I'm excited to watch a few more films. So, all in all, it's been a much better experience than I expected. So, I mean, I think that's something. Y'all have a great day, night, whatever. Take care.